going on, Netrunner fans? This is Shamar here again, continuing coverage of the Regionals 2015 out of Toronto at Legends Warehouse. A tournament featuring 34 players. This is round 6, game 1, featuring Ben versus Scott. I believe Ben is playing Kate and Scott is playing Near Earth Hub.
All right, and here we go. Latest pack was Chrome City. And we're going to look to Scott to start things. There's a mandatory. Here we go.
So this is going to be interesting. I feel like NEH lost a lot of its popularity over the last little bit. So I haven't seen too many NEH players as far as tournaments go.
Yeah, it seems to be, you know, the debate. Are you still going to try the regular Astro Train shenanigans? And are you going to, you know, do you have Clot? Are you going to install it? Were you one of those people? Or are you just running full 17 influence on kill cards? So anyways, looks like it was install, remote, draw a card, ice R&D, take a credit.
Take a credit. So Ben runs the Diesel and immediately runs after that remote, sees a Jackson, and installs a daily cast.
Unfortunately, and an Astrolabe.
He's playing with the die that I always have trouble reading, especially on video. So we might not do so well with the credits on Ben's side. Unless you can see them. I always have trouble with these.
They're very convenient because they can store a lot of numbers, more than the D6, but oh well. Okay, it's back to Scott's turn. So Astrolabe, that's going to be free draws every time he creates a new remote, which is exactly what NEH wants to do, so bit of a bummer. I don't think you stop installing as a corp.
You keep going.
Yeah, it just sucks.
Especially if it's NEH kill, I'll just draw through your deck so I can try to kill you.
Exactly. Scott icing HQ. Okay, so here we go. Ben's gonna check again. It's a pack campaign.
Is he gonna pay for it?
No, you don't trash it here.
Not till they res it, I guess.
No. Okay, so there's a free clone chip thanks to Kate's ability. Another daily cast. Oh, and a pawn shop. Excellent. So he'll get maximum value out of those daily casts too by the time they tick down to near expiry.
I say it all the time, but I love the art on the promo Aesop's pawn shop. Yeah. I think it's one of the best, in my opinion, anyway. So there's
another one. Both gonna draw.
So good.
Yeah, I would consider keeping my opening runner hand if it had Astrolabe against NEH, even if the other 4 cards were kind of trash. Because you install that, then you're going to start drawing what you need anyways.
Yep.
And speaking of drawing, Scott wants to see cards right now. So there's the Jackson res and the Jackson draw.
You're just counting the money up. I think he does stacks of 5.
Yeah, I believe so too. So that'll put him at 6. And here comes credit number 7. Scott going to chuck because he overdrew. A couple of face downs in archives.
There it is.
One more? I think he's thinking of one more.
Yeah, he keeps track of all of his clicks all the time.
Yeah.
And does a great job.
Yeah, these guys are great bookkeepers. So here comes 4 credits at the start of Ben's turn, costing no clicks.
I love it.
Oh, it looks like he was bankrupt, so that's the first 4 that's his only 4 credits now. Oh, I love that. The top deck Diesel immediately play Diesel.
So that's place 1 and 2. Bank job. Perfect.
Yep. And let's run that pad campaign. And of course he's going to leave 1 on because that way he can pawn it. So good.
Yeah, bank job is perfect for NEH. Yep. Well, it's perfect for the meta right now because there's so many assets that are always in play.
We're slowly transitioning to where, okay, we need to ice absolutely everything, but people are still going to try to sneak and buy unprotected, man. And then you throw down bank job and be like, thank you for the money.
And see what happens.
Yep.
Astrolabe draw, NEH
Both draw, yep. Scott hasn't found a single hedge fund sweeps week yet, which is kind of unfortunate. He's been earning his money the hard way, one at a time.
So he ices that remote. I'm wondering what that could be.
We still haven't seen any influence, so we don't know if he's doing biotics.
Is he sneaking an early agenda?
We don't know.
Because there has no breakers.
No breakers, yeah.
But you don't want to show your hand either as the
exactly, yeah. So here we go. Good money from Ben now. Looks like he pawned the daily cast, like I said, to get full value off that. And that's the card you don't want to see when you only have 1 piece of ice.
That is perfect. All the money in the world.
No res. He's going to check. Sand, City Grid. Okay, so now you're thinking, it's fast advance.
Yeah. I think that's a good call by Scott to play that, force Ben to run it and spend some money.
Yeah.
Credit swing in your favor and maybe try to sneak something out later.
Okay, here's the Jackson pop, so maybe he had some agendas in the face, or he just wants to send some back immediately, which neither of which is a bad play by any means. So yeah, it's going to be the sand and 2 of the face downs.
Yep.
And then we'll see what he's been hiding.
Cyber
Dex virus speed. Okay, so at this point, yeah, it pretty much all but confirms fast events here.
Right, similar to Terrence in round 3.
Yeah, and that's fair, man. Like I respect people still playing this deck because absolutely not every runner is playing Clot.
Right.
You know, so only select few runners, myself,
Pretty sure
brought Clot to this tournament.
most are playing off the fear of Clot.
Yes.
I'm playing Shaper, so you might think I have Clot in my deck type thing.
Yes. Ben's gonna poke HQ. Scott does not res. And looked like an ice.
Yep. Rainbow.
Rainbow, okay. Rainbow. Not sure. I liked it when it came out, and then people told me it sucked.
Yep.
So then I was like, oh my god. People told me it sucked, I better not play it.
A couple people are playing it at this tournament as well.
Yeah.
So I guess it's making a little bit of comeback.
I mean, the argument has always been it's only 1 credit cheaper than Bastion. It's $3 for 4 strength. Bastion obviously 4 for 4. And then, so yeah, the argument is why not just run Bastion? And at least it's only dedicated barrier. But, okay, Scott is triple stacking R&D.
So that's kind of a tell that he's not seeing agendas.
Yeah.
Doesn't want Ben to see them before he does.
Yeah. Or, I mean, he could have shuffled them in with Jackson too, so he knows
Right.
they'll be coming down the pipe. Again, though, wow, no hedge fund, no sweepstake. He's just, all his money has been the hard way.
This always brings us back to when we first started playing Netrunner and said, why would you ever ice
Yeah.
R&D? Like, who cares about that? See my cards. I don't care.
Oh, the good old days.
Oh, man. So important.
So young, so innocent.
All right. I'm surprised he hasn't pawned the bank job yet.
I think he's still another daily cast, remember? So he was just going to let that
right,
tick.
right.
And then, yeah, that way you get full value off that. So what you can do, when daily cast has 4 credits left on it, your turn starts, you take 2 from daily cast, so it has 2 left, but then you pawn it immediately. So instead of getting $4 off the last 4, you get $5 off the last 4.
Every credit counts?
Yeah. Scott looks like he's clicking away.
He's going with the RDI, even though it's 3 stacked.
No, you have to test it. I think you test it. You can jack out after the first piece. Just see what it is.
I think he's trying to call Scott's bluff here.
Yeah.
Pop-up windows.
Yeah, exactly.
Something.
Exactly.
But still, I don't know. That's,
Wait,
that's
he's not.
gutsy.
Hold on, he's not running. Looks like he wants to draw. Oh, okay,
He's
there
running,
we go.
yeah.
There we go.
That's gutsy.
No, I agree though.
Pop-up window.
Exactly. Yeah. NBN, we know it doesn't exactly have the most threatening ice in the game.
Okay. And he has the SMC, so he can get through Grim. which he's
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
need to.
he should be able to. Oh, it is 5 strength. I wonder what his answer for this is.
And the bad pup can't be used on this run.
No, because he just got it. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what his dedicated killer is. Oh no, he's just gonna toss the SMC. Okay.
Wow. Calls the bluff. Sees
Yeah.
2 cards.
Yeah. You know, that was the best case scenario. He has clone chip if he ever needs SMC for an actual, breaker. And now R&D with 3 pieces of ice costs 2 credits to get in.
Installs a second SMC.
And the Grim is meaningless. Technically it would cost 1 credit to get in next time because he has a bad pub now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Although now that he installed SMC, he probably doesn't want to face check or just run through the Grim again. But
Right.
Okay, finally a sweep. Scott can finally get more than 1 credit at a time. Looks like 11 credits?
Yep.
Yeah, because the Grim would have set him back 5, and then he gained 2 from pop-up, so it really only set him back 3.
I was never a fan of Grim, I don't think. I don't know what it is about it. I just felt like it wasn't worth it to play it.
I think there was a period where runners were packing very strong answers for sentries, so that, I mean, unless you had like a really perfect res window for Grim, it was pretty much going to be useless.
Yep. So he runs into the remote, finds a toll booth,
Gotta pay the toll.
but Ben has more than enough money, clearly.
That's his cyber
Cyber
cipher.
cipher.
Nice. And with pawn shop, yeah, why not? Pawn shop and clone chips. You
Switch
pawn it,
targets.
yeah. So Cyber Cipher, you have to dedicate it to one server only. And that is a good server to
right.
choose it. So yeah, Cyber Cipher at 4 strength only costs him 2 credits total to match and beat Toll Booth.
2 credits, plus he has a bad pub as well.
Oh yeah, so 1. I guess he used it to find Cyber Cipher, but whatever. And yeah, with Pawn Shop Clone Chip, he can pawn it and then reinstall it on whatever server he needs.
And that token there, as Tim said, just denotes that Cyber Cipher is locked in on that remote server.
Yeah, I don't think he has to move that for the time being, because I mean, Scott was probably hoping for a lot out of that toll booth protection.
Yeah.
And okay, it's still going to tax 3, so it's not terrible. But the fact that Cyber Cipher only needs 2 credits to match and break.
Such a good card.
Yeah. I mean, hey, good play. He had the money. He tried to get that Astro out, but again, Ben sniffs it out, and he responds accordingly.
So it's Enigma.
Okay, so he can't use Cypher on this one.
Is he gonna clone? Or just concede the click?
He can clone an SMC and find another decoder. I believe that's what he's thinking of. Yep, here we go.
What if he goes for another decoder or an admin?
Ah, yes.
Probably.
Well, we have to see what the other decoder is. Zoo. Okay, so this will cost him 3 credits, unless he just eats the lose a click subroutine.
So 2 for SMC, 1 for Zoo. And then Enigma is what? 2 strength, 2 subs.
Yep. And unfortunately, because he cloned the SMC first, he doesn't get to use Kate's discount ability, because that was it. You get a discount on a already free program.
So it's $3 for Zoo to get through. And see 1 card.
And here we go. He's not going to roll the dice.
Wrap around.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't roll that time. He did on the first access of HQ.
Now, wraparound would seem like a good choice, but with the second clone chip on the table, again, he just clones SMC and then pops SMC immediately to find his barrier breaker. So it only drains money at this point.
Astral way to begin.
Wait, what happened to the first? Oh, he pawned it. Oh, I totally missed that. I didn't even see.
Make $2.
$3 he would have been free when he installed Astrolabe.
Oh, right, because
Yeah.
Kate.
Yeah.
Right.
Every credit counts, as you said. So,
But then-
okay, the fact that he has programs out now means he's not going to check R&D, because Grim would waste those programs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wonder what his answer is for Sentries.
I'm interested to see it.
Yeah.
So we have a double ice and install in the remote.
Okay.
So he knows he's going to lose $3 automatically. Then
He had-
Cyber Cyber's 2.
Yeah. Scott's at 6, but
Wow.
he's conceding a bad pub.
Pawns
He's
the
pawns
Astro
again.
again.
Hey man, that's 3 free credits. Here comes the barrier breaker. So he's putting him on the wraparound that he just put on that server.
Let's see if he goes for it.
I like this. If he reses and it's not wraparound, okay, whatever.
Can
I'm
still deal
Shaper.
with it.
I have a clone chip. If it is wraparound, well, Lady
That's
obviously walks all over that. And then I'll pay the toll booth price.
Ouch.
There we go. It's exactly
Nice play.
what he predicted. He's going to pay the 3. And then 2 to break with Cyber Cipher. Of course he wants to see. Of course he wants to see. Okay, yeah. Do you trash her? Or can you not?
I don't think you'd want to, though.
Okay. Right, because you want the corp to actually res it and pay the privilege of using the ability. Okay. What's the play here for Scott? He's going to look to put something in that toll booth server, I assume? R&D's been pretty safe, so he has to be happy about that.
And do you keep the wraparound so that you keep eating away the lady credits?
Yeah. You might as well.
Or trying to eat them away, I guess.
Yeah. It only costs you 2 to res. I keep it. At the same time, Ben doesn't exactly care if he runs out of counters. He's just going to pawn the lady.
Yep. And I'm sure he has another option sitting in his deck.
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly, yeah. Not uncommon. I mean, I do 1 corroder, 1 lady for my barrier breaker suite. Shipment from San. If you weren't already positive that this is a fast advanced deck, there you go.
That is the sign right there.
Yeah.
Drops a vamp. Interesting to see the vamp in this deck. And admin.
And the admin, yep.
So now you know he has options. He's gonna clone that admin whenever he needs to
Yep.
do it, rather than the SMC. I would
Yep.
think.
Also expecting a same old thing for the Vamp and
Yep.
any other events that he would want to do. Shapers, of course, they're kind of lacking for in-faction HQ threats, so that's why you see them importing Vamp, Legwork, even Utopia Shard, all at the cost of influence.
So as a hedge
Okay,
fund.
so he's going to trash the Cyberdex for another card.
Yeah, and I think that's right. Save your money. Let him get rid of it. You
Right.
don't have any viruses in your deck to worry about, anyways.
Right. If Ben is running Clot, he would have to clone chip the SMC to get it. And if that's an agenda, the Clot doesn't affect it because he's going to score it over the next turn anyway. So, yeah, Ben is broke. There is no money on his card, on his ID card, and he's not going to pawn anything here.
Yeah, there's not much that he could, or no options to pawn, I should say.
Yeah, there's nothing he wants to get rid of.
Sucks that you have to have 2 decoders out on the table like that, though.
Yeah. I mean,
Not that he's hurting for memory at the moment.
no.
Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter. Okay, so that should open up Grim quite nicely, but he still needs the money to pay for pop-up windows.
He does have the one bad pub. He just needs second credit.
Yep. Okay, so it's back to Scott's turn. And he's been chucking a lot of cards in archives. We see a lot of face down there. If Ben does have a, event economy, we'd be expecting a dirty laundry onto archives, but haven't seen one yet.
Install.
Ooh,
Draws card. Advances once.
advances twice.
Oh, yeah. Breaking news.
Breaking news, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and he paused to see if
He would
Ben would
up
do Clot.
Clot.
Yeah, and Ben had no response. Okay, what do you think about that? Is that
I'm thinking
is that saying he's flooded?
I don't think it's saying that he's flooded. I feel like it's saying he's worried about HQ currently. And
Okay.
he just doesn't want to give Ben any reason. Like, if I saw that play,
Right.
I would assume that he has nothing, and he's just doing it to get a point out.
Okay, so like that was his only agenda.
Right.
Out of 6 cards.
Yeah.
And he's just
And
he's
didn't
just
want to
getting
lose it.
out. Yeah.
Type thing.
Okay.
I really don't think he has anything else
Yeah.
in hand.
Okay. Ben took his turn extremely quickly. He ran archives and he saw no agendas. And now we're back to Scott already.
I believe he tapped Katie as well.
And there Scott's clicking the hard way. Oh man. He's played what? 1 hedge fund, 1 sweeps week? Definitely doesn't seem like enough. So a little unfortunate on his side, not finding those burst options.
Yeah, I really think that the breaking news play was also because of the fact that even if he did try to slow score it and use the tags to trash a resource, at the time there was nothing out other than the pawn shop,
Yeah.
which was not doing much
Yeah.
for him,
Yeah.
or for Ben, I should say.
Oh, okay. So Ben puts down another bank job and he tries that naked remote, and it turned out to be a Jackson. So you don't get bank job for this because the server just poof.
Just collapses.
Yeah.
Hedge fund, sweep.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Scott is not impressed with the way those cards have been turning up. So he's going to try to get some of those back. Well, plus the ones he has yet to see. So, okay, if he's not flooded, it's been a pretty slow roll for agendas as well. Only 2 so far. And
He's
we're
not
pretty,
seeing,
we're
but
pretty
even
deep
if he
into this
did
game.
see them, he doesn't have a way to score them.
No,
currently.
no. I mean, you could try to put in that 12 booth server and just, again, like try that window. Again, it looks like Ben is broke right now, so you can try for windows like that. But with Katie Jones, I mean, that's a simple collect Katie and run.
Double
Okay,
advance or
there's
remote.
an instant double advance.
And that's because Ben has no money,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he has Katie.
So what do you put this on? NAPD? Does Scott care if he has to advance to 5 to score an NAPD? Like,
I'm thinking that is an NAPD. And Scott's just taking a shot in the dark here.
yeah. What do you think about having NAPD even if you're gonna have bad pub, aka Grim?
I still think you play it.
Yeah,
I still think that it's good.
protects
for-
itself.
for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still gonna have to spend something.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Ben is going. He does not care. He's going to pay the toll booth fee. Of course, wrap around all it cost was a counter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why they're pausing. And actually, I'm not sure what's happening at all.
Yeah, he started the run, got through the wraparound, and they were discussing.
Maybe
Did he
he
bounce?
maybe he realized if it was NAPD, he wouldn't have enough money to steal, and he would have rather jacked out. Or maybe he's still
He's
mid
at
run.
6 credits.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll resolve it. Okay,
Well,
there's
Maker's
a
Eye, so he's going for
Maker's
R&D now.
Eye. Okay. Okay, we're not exactly sure what happened with that run there, but that's okay. So here we go, 3 cards for Maker's Eye.
It's a score.
Oh, he snatches the second one.
There goes the Astro Train.
Oh, and sorry, he had a R&D interface too, so that's another one on top of that. Okay, well, whatever he decided, that was certainly the right choice. And
then
nice,
the
I
cash.
like it, I like it. Cash comes in for free, you take 3 credits off it, pawn it for
Pawn it.
3 more.
Interesting. I'd like to know what happened with that remote run.
Or did he not even use it at all? Maybe he was just adjusting the dice for something else. Oh, here's a shipment
San.
for 2 more advances. And he's going to leave it at 4? No, there, he's going to finish it off. It was NAPD, yeah. Yeah, so because Scott had a bad publicity, it normally NAPD 4 for 2, it became a 5 for 2 with the bad pub.
Interesting.
Hey,
I'm
points,
wondering why
points are
Ben
points.
jacked out. Because he did spend the counter, did he not?
I feel like I thought he did, yeah.
Or
Again,
maybe it says 3.
It's kind of hard to read that die, but the only thing I can think of is if he realized it was NAPD, he suddenly realized that's 7 credits right there, right? 3 for the toll booth fee, and then 4 to steal, and then he's realized this is pointless. He's not going to bother paying the toll booth fee just to confirm that it's NAPD.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because I know he ran it once and used the lady counter, so it's at 3. So that means that he must have ran it, decided.
And
between him
he
and
asked,
Scott,
yeah,
could I have
if
it
he
back,
could take it back, yeah.
and counted how many
Yeah.
clicks he had left.
Okay. Okay, so hey, there's our working hypothesis. And if so, kudos to Scott. Both these guys are fantastic people, so great for Scott to let him reconsider his turn there. Okay. Now, here we go. We're talking about lady counters again. And that seemed to be clarified very quickly.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
if I'm not
I
mistaken,
mean,
that's a
yeah.
3.
Yeah, you keep wraparound here precisely for this reason. Just whatever. You just got to tax the counters. It feels pretty futile, and to be honest, it is pretty futile. But,
Yeah.
I mean, look, you replace it. What are you going to replace it with? Another Enigma? It's still pretty weak of a tax, right?
Yeah, I think he's in a rough spot here in
Yeah.
terms of what ice he has left.
Yeah.
Because at this point, NEH should have won by now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they don't really have any kind of huge ice to keep people out for too long.
Yeah. When you're down at points, or down on points at this point of the game, yeah, it really doesn't seem like you have much of a backup condition here.
So 3 ice over HQ. And takes a
He's
credit.
going to take his money.
So
There
it was,
goes pawn
sorry,
and
sweeps
cash.
week, install ice, and then
Oh, okay,
take a
yeah,
credit.
yeah. Ben, of course, pawns the cash, so he made 6 credits over his turns that way. There's a free clone chip.
And hits
Katie
Katie.
Jones, discarding professional contacts.
Procon, yeah.
Yeah. And that's fair. There's no point installing that now. Back to Scott. Yeah, he's in a tough spot. Anything he puts down, you can bluff as many NEPDs as you want. Okay. Technically, the remaining NEPDs would take him to 7 points.
Yep.
But at some juncture, Ben is going to call his bluff and be like, okay, I can afford the toll booth fee just to stop you from
And I mean,
this.
he has Katie. And Katie's at
Fast track.
6, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
All right. I think Scott is feeling. Is
Fast
there
track,
gonna be a biotic?
Astro.
He needs 2 biotics here.
But is he just gonna hold it in his hand? till
Oh,
next
yeah, yeah.
turn?
Okay, so yeah, his options are... I don't know if he has 2 biotics in hand. He could double biotic score it. He could hold it in hand and then biotic it next turn. I don't think
think
he's
that's
not
what he's
going to
doing.
put it in that remote.
No, definitely wait till next turn because Katie's at 6. So
Yeah.
that's what 18.
Yeah.
Because 3 for each.
And Ben has not shown a multi-access HQ threat.
Yeah, I think he just has to hold on
He's
to
going
it
to
here.
hold it? Okay.
Or install a Sansan.
Yeah. I wonder if Ben has enough influence for anything else. Vamp is 2 influence. Bank Job is 2 influence. Cash is 1 influence. So that stuff all adds up. I don't know if he could fit into legwork or something like that.
So fast track. He installed a card in the remote, and I think it's just gonna be like a Sansan.
Yeah, something else, right?
Just tax you
Yeah.
so that I can hold this agenda longer and
Yep.
biotic it.
Ben's going to take 3 from Bank Job, so it's still a profit of 2.
Architect. Clone Atman.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what his Sentry Killer is. I mean, Shapers usually just have a Mimic, right?
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, Mimic just deals with Architect, forever.
And I thought I saw one in his hand early game.
Okay.
But I could have been wrong. Or mixing up with previous games.
Okay, he's going to do Admin. Admin 3 here.
Yep.
Continue, he says.
It looks like he has 11 credits there. Ooh.
There's just a counterattacks.
Yeah,
It's
energy.
not terrible. He's just going to pawn it. Okay, here we go.
Nope.
Didn't like it, apparently.
I really don't think that's an Astro right there, though. In the server.
Yeah.
But he's
Stim
gonna do a
hack.
Stim hack run. Nice.
Hey, man, you got to check all your bases.
There's one more influence. And that saves him the money from the toll booth.
Yep. Show me.
Beal.
Project Beal.
Wow.
Here's a brain damage. Now, does he still have a click? Do you go back in HQ and just go for the win here?
I think you do.
Yeah. We're just not sure of his money situation. Maker's Eye. Okay, he's getting,
Oh, man.
and he's just gonna say trash away. I think he's just gonna let him trash.
I think that was a really nice try by Scott, though. Because
Fast
I
track
would've
one,
assumed that
install
was,
another.
Yeah, I would have assumed that was a Sansan he was just playing.
Yeah,
And it would have left it there.
yeah. It's a nice little mind game. So he's gonna trash the Cyber Cipher. And he's gonna see 4 cards: 3 from Maker's Eye, 1 for R&D interface. He's on game point, and he's looking at. There we go.
Well played.
Well played. Yeah.
Wow.
Ben sensed the weak spot or the weak moment when Scott was really struggling. And to Scott's credit, like we said, he tried, right? He did a nice little mind game there, fast track for the Astro, put down a Beal.
And his deck I think his deck kind of betrayed him there because
Yeah.
he had no econ for the
Yeah,
first few turns.
he was just clicking, man, good
Yeah.
old fashioned way.
And that really, really slows down NEH.
Yeah.
And that's obviously a deck that you want to win in I would say about 20 minutes or so.
Yep.
It shouldn't go. The point when we said that he should have won by now, I believe that was almost 15 minutes in, and he
Yeah.
was only at the 1 point.
3
if I'm
points
not
or
mistaken.
maybe 3.
1 or
the
3.
NAPD, right?
And the board state was not in his favor at
No,
all. So
no.
very, very rough for him.
Yeah. Something else we really have to shout out for Ben too is he trashed the pad campaigns.
Yep.
Which slowed down that drip too.
Yep.
And you don't normally see it, but if you have the money and the core player's been having those poopy draws like that, just go in and get rid of them.
Yeah, you have to stay committed to it, man.
Yeah.
To taking out their econ.
Yeah.
So that's very, very well played by Ben.
All right, congrats to Ben for the win, and we'll check out the flip side of the match next time.